Like, it's okay to accept na you failed at something kung hindi ka naman masaya. Kasi what kind of success would that be if it means you're unhappy?
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Camp Confidence.
Grabe, madam. Parang na nagsimula lang tayo. Hindi mo pa alam kung ano sasabihin mo. Ngayon, pagka-clap mo pala, hello everybody! Who is she?
Who is she? Is she confident or whatever?
Or whatever.
Char.
Talaga. Ay, nako. Kailan ba tayo nagsimula? That was last year, no? It's been a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was April last year na nag-script pa ako. Every single word na sasabihin ko, naka-type. Ganon.
And look at
Ngayon,
you now.
medyo carry na.
Tapos may sarili pa yung studio, guys. May studio na
Ay!
yun sa bahay. Iba na siya.
Ay, hindi. Kasi, kailangan ko ng tahimik. Dahil, may-miss nyo na yung hilik ni Bagnet, hilik ni Joshua.
Look at you.
I missed you, madam.
Me too.
Kahit nag-record naman tayo last week yat. Ay, last week.
Last
we
week
also
we
recorded
didn't.
last week.
We didn't. Diba?
Sunday last week.
Grabe, I can't keep up with my schedule.
Grabe po, ang aming Miss Universe. Tsaka alam nyo ba guys, sobrang mahal na mahal namin kayo. We are recording back to back para wala kaming ma-miss na week with Camp Confidence.
Bongga, diba? Parang very sakto for our topic. Do I keep fighting or do I let go?
Or do I let go? Oh my gosh.
Napaka-drama.
This is also a very important question to ask ourselves kasi hindi naman siya in the context of relationships lang eh. It's also in the context of do we still keep fighting for our dreams or do we have to let go? Do we keep fighting for our goals o tama na ba? Ano ba yung where do we draw the line? Kung tama na ba or
Ang hirap
go pa
nun
rin.
kasi 'di ba parang you need to know when to stop. Kasi if you're going after something that isn't really happening, then parang you're wasting time. But at the same time, there's the other side of the coin na parang yeah, but if I don't try my best, if I don't do my best, do everything, then I would never know kung anong solusyon.
Totoo.
Or kung possible ba siya mangyari. So I think it really depends on multiple things. One would be the personality of the person. Like ano yung tendency mo when it comes to risk. So parang gaano ka ba ka-risky na person? And then maybe another thing na pwede natin consider is like resources, gaano kadaming time pa yung meron tayo, money, ganyan. Pero I guess, speaking about that, let's talk from personal experience. Ano yung pinaka-ambisyosang dream mo, madam, as a kid, na you had to think about, ano ba, should I fight for this or do I let it go?
Alam mo ba, madam, sobrang gusto ko talagang maging singer nung bata ako. As in, I started performing sa stage talaga ha. Parang 2.5 years old.
What?
I sang 25 minutes too late. Eagles nga ba? Eagles.
Meron ka bang like, singing
Photo?
videos sa YouTube channel?
I don't think I have singing videos. No? I don't think I have singing videos nung araw. Pero as in talagang nag-center for pop pa ako. As in talagang nag-train ako. As in training talaga. Gusto ko talagang kumanta, ganyan. Pero nga, I was also battling with my confidence na parang, nakakakanta ako pero I can't show up on stage. Na parang may stage fright ako na conquer ko naman siya. But alam mo yun, ewan ko, hindi lang siguro nag-align lahat ng mga pangyayari for me into being a professional singer.
When did you stop?
Actually, parang medyo nag-die down lang siya eh. I don't think the dream was strong enough for me na hindi ipaglalaban ko to. It wasn't that strong. It was a dream, but it wasn't a strong kind of dream na talagang hindi. No matter what, I need to do this. Ganyan. Kaya feeling ko kaya rin siya parang nag-mellow down, nag-die down hanggang sa nakalimutan ko na siya. Ganon. Ganyan yung parang nangyari nung time na yun. How about you? What's your ambisyosang dream as a child?
I think, alam mo, totoo yung sinabi mo na parang dreams need to be strong enough for you to keep fighting for them. Kasi you can only do so much eh. Kung hindi mo naman siya talaga gusto enough, bakit ka pa mag-aaksaya ng time or mag-suspend ng emotional energy going after it if hindi mo naman talaga, gusto. For me, I think obvious naman na my ambisyosa dream as a kid was to become a beauty queen. As in, I really, really wanted to be one. As in, I would strut down our hallway sa sala. As in, kumikembot-kembot ako, doing turns, introducing myself, ganyan. But I guess I never really pursued it because outside of college pageants, hindi naman kasi nga parang ganun ka-available sa akin yung opportunity. So, I kind of just, I let it go. Hindi ko naman siya, feeling ko kasi at that point, hindi siya possible for me. So, I never did anything about it. But then, na-reignite siya when I heard it recently na wala ng height requirement. And for me, I think the dream was strong enough na all this time, I was really just waiting to know na I was allowed, na I was, that the competition was open to me and my height. And yun, when I found that opportunity at 26, which is kind of late to be starting your beauty queen journey at 26, I still went for it kasi I have spent way too many years dreaming about it to give up on it now. So yun, gusto ko lang talaga rin siya na ma-experience, matry, makita kung kaya ko ba, kung ano yung, saan ako madadala ng best ko. Kasi we really won't know. And honestly, I'm not the kind of person to sit back and just say na, alam mo, kung ako nandyan, kaya ko rin yan. Ayoko isipin yung ganun eh. Like, I'd rather say, I did it and I discovered that blank. It's either I'm good enough or I'm not good enough. Pero at the very least, I did it. I tried. So,
totoo. It's all about trying. Tsaka, isa talaga sa resentment talaga yung mga yung mga pinakaayaw kong maramdaman.
Yes,
na parang, yung mga tanong na, what if ginawa ko yun, pero, parang hindi mo naman malalaman kasi you didn't go for it. So, ay, nako. I also like hindi ko na maalala, madam, kung saan ko napanood yung video mo na na you love, ay parang okay lang sa'yong mag-fail kasi yun nga, hindi mo naman malalaman if kaya mo yung isang bagay and you owe it to yourself to try.
Yeah. I think sa live. Nag-live ako sa Ayn.
Baka.
Sa Facebook group.
Oo, sa Facebook group na pala.
Hindi kasi talaga ako, madam, takot na mag-fail. Kasi I feel like I've had, just like with any other thing, if ma-experience mo na siya enough times, ma-realize mo na hindi pala siya futile. Hindi futile. I meant fatal. Hindi siya fatal. Hindi siya nakakamatay. Hindi nakamamatay kapag mag-fail ka sa, for example, pursuing a career, ganyan. Unless, of course, it's like surgery. Tapos, ibang usapan naman yun. Pero, ang sa akin lang is, if I fail, then that means I tried and hindi naging successful, or maybe hindi para sa akin yung opportunity, pero at least alam ko meron akong closure because I really hate thinking.
Exactly, closure.
Diba, ang hirap, in the first place, ang hirap mag-let go kung wala kang closure, diba?
Yes, tas parang tsaka wala na at the back of your head na iisipin mo na bakit ba hindi nag-work? Kasi hindi mo naman talaga malalaman dahil in the first place takot ka at hindi mo tinry.
Yeah. Alam mo, isa pang na ko is don't reject yourself, let other people reject you. Na parang wag mo pangunahan yung mundo. Kasi kung hindi yan para sa'yo, hindi mo yan makukuha. Kung hindi yan para sa'yo, you will be rejected. Pero wag mo pangunahan. Don't reject yourself too early. Hayaan mong masubukan mo and then let the world decide kung hindi nga yun para sa'yo. Pero, 'di ba? Kasi mahalin mo naman. imagine, madam, kung nireject mo yung sarili mo and you said from the very beginning, oh, I don't have it in me to be an entrepreneur. Imagine, ano na nangyari nun, diba? Your life would be completely different.
Totoo. Pero admittedly, nung bata pa ako, parang ang daming beses kong tinanong sa sarili ko na, is this really for me? Am I really fit to be an entrepreneur? Pero, habang iniisip ko yan sa utak ko, I still pushed through. Alam mo yung tipong hindi ko na iniisip na, kumbaga, sa kabilang side ko is, entrepreneur ba talaga ako? Ang hirap-hirap nito, hindi ko to kaya. Pero, at the end, parang sa kabilang head ko naman, is parang, sige, okay, I'll just maybe do this blindly. Baka gumana. 'Di ba? May mga ganun talagang times, admittedly. Kasi, hindi naman tayo naging ganito ka-confident nung hindi natin nasubukang mag-fail, nung hindi natin nasubukang mahirapan. Kasi again, we all in life, we need to choose the kind of hard we can face.
Yes. Sometimes nga, it's all about surviving eh. Na parang basta maabot ko lang yung quota ko for this week, this month. Basta mabayaran ko lang yung employees ko, okay na yun. Ganun siya before eh. Pero, I think the thing is, hindi naman nasasayang yung oras na you're trying because every time you try, every time you attempt, you learn something new. And that kind of knowledge, it's not something you can pay for. Experience is not something you just pay for and get.
Totoo.
Hi. I really love na Pero I guess, may mga pa rin, may mga stuff. Like, for me kasi, nilaban ko yung beauty queen dream ko. Pero, I guess for the next one, do we have any dreams na we've really given up as an adult na, eto na, give up na. Ayoko na lang.
Ako, giving up, as an adult? Remember yung time na gusto ko talagang maging general manager ng hotel?
Yeah.
Tapos, yung entry point ko dapat nun was food and beverage. I wanted to be a restaurateur talaga. Yung talagang nagmamanage ng restaurants. I want to fix everything, ganyan. So, in food and beverage kasi, you start to be a server or a hostess, ganyan. So, magsaserve ka, mag-wait ka ng tables, ganyan. Tapos, nakwentuhan na to sa previous episodes ng podcast, pero the food and beverage manager told me na, no, you're not fit for this. You're too slow. Tapos parang, sobrang na-crush yung dreams ko noon. Paano ako magiging general manager if I can't, hindi man lang ako maka-enter dun sa entry point as a server ng food and beverage, diba? Tapos parang hanggang sa, na-enjoy ko naman din yung hotel industry. I was there for 5 years. But then, na-realize ko na I am made for a bigger purpose. I think, nung time na yon na parang, why not give it a shot with entrepreneurship? I know it will be hard. I know ako lang talaga, tsaka si Josh. Pero, yun yung mga times na, sige, I think I'm ready to let go of my general manager dreams, of my hospitality dreams, na, okay, ayun kasi yung dilemma of choosing dalawang magandang pangarap.
Yeah.
Na maganda naman yung pangarap ko na gusto kong maging general manager ng isang malaking hotel chain versus yung pangarap ko na to change people's lives in my own simple ways through entrepreneurship. So, 'di ba? Dalawa naman siyang okay na pangarap, pero minsan talaga may mga times na kailangan mong pumili.
What about nung sinabi sa'yo ng food and beverage manager guy na you're not fit for it? Did you accept it immediately na you weren't fit for it?
I was 18 years old. I was God. Very, very young. Very baby. So, syempre iyak ako. Syempre naniwala ako na, oh my God, mabagal ako. Hindi ako fit for this. Ganon na. Kasi diba ako noon, ako sisunod lang ako. Sige, ganon. Hindi naman ako, hindi ako masyadong assertive? Hindi ako yes, correct. Hindi ako masyadong assertive noon. Kung ano yung sasabihin mo sa akin, sige, okay, yes, I believe you. Ganon. So, ako naman talagang sobrang baba ng self-confidence ko noon. Pinaniwalaan ko kagad siya. So, to answer your question, yes. Naniwala ako na I was low. I was not fit for that. So, yeah, I was that, hindi ako ganon ka-secure sa sarili ko before.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Do you think, like, going back, if you have the mindset that you have now, would you have done things differently? Magpo-push back ka ba? Sabihin mo, teka, I'm good enough. Ganun. Would you do that?
Oo naman. Sasabihin ko na, how can we make this better? I want this industry. Tell me how I can improve. Na ganito, ganyan. Kasi if the dream is, strong enough for me to fight for it, I will.
Ayun, take notes, guys. How can I do better?
Yes. Ikaw, madam, ano yung mga, sayang, give up ko siya, ganon. Meron ka rin bang mga ganong dilemma? Parang, one good dream versus another good dream?
Yeah. I think, I was in college. So, around the same age, kasi nasa college pa lang ako, madam, nung 18. Nung nagtatrabaho ka, nag-aaral ako nun. Pero I remember, this was the turning point for me. Kasi I was really torn ever since between humanities and fine arts. Kasi yung mga courses ko na in-applyan when I was applying for the universities na gusto ko, usually, it would either be communication, English, journalism, versus fashion design, interior design, etc. Tapos, napunta ako sa UST. Sa UST, I had 2 options, which was, the first one was interior design. Second option ko was communication arts. Yung interior design ko, I realized, hindi pala ako magaling. Grabe. Sobrang talented kasi nung mga kasama ko sa fine arts. As in, you know when you go to a specialized program na, pag nasa high school ka, you think you're good. Akala ko kasi parang, magaling naman ako mag-drawing. Pero pagka pumunta ka sa college na puro magaling mag-drawing, it was like, I'm not very good after all. Tapos parang napa-question ako sa sarili ko na, oh my gosh, gusto ko ba to? Gets ko ba to? Because I was really fighting for it. Because number one, I didn't want to admit na I was wrong. As in, hindi ko talaga masabi sa sarili ko, sa parents ko, sa family ko. Hindi ko ma-announce na nagkamali ako ng pinili na degree program. But then, I was very lucky because I was given an out. Yung professor ko, dun sa isa naming subject, it was graphics. So, it was, mga ruler, mga shapes, parang, hindi ko na maalala. But anyway, hindi ko talaga makalimutan si Sir Garcia. Si Sir, sabi
Sir
niya,
Garcia.
Sabi niya sa akin, sigurado ka ba na ito yung kind of art na gusto mong i-pursue? Kasi kung oo, babagsak ka talaga dito. Kasi ang baba ng grades ko, ganyan. Pero sabi niya, if gusto ko ng ibang art, like, he'll help me to, to shift. Na parang, okay, anong need mong documents to shift to a different degree program, ganyan. Parang, and to me, that was kind of eye-opening na, oo nga, no, even my own professor is telling me na it's not a failure if I want to shift. And it's okay if I wanted to shift. Kasi,
true.
Yung may mga bagay talaga na if you don't want it, if you're having a hard time with it to the point na hindi nagme-make sense. As in, madam, hindi nagme-make sense sa akin yung subjects ko nun. And the thing is, I wasn't lazy, I wasn't stupid. It's just, hindi ko talaga siya alam mo yun, I just didn't have the talent for it. Hindi ma-process ng brain ko how it worked. Even like physically, I could not do or deliver the same kind of projects my peers had. As in, sobrang ganda ng mga output nila. Tapos parang ako, I don't think so. Tapos, it was around the same time na I joined my first pageant, which was the search for the ideal fine arts and design personalities. Diba? Arte. Hulaan mo, madam, kung anong award ko dun. Hulaan mo. Ano na pala naman? Hulaan mo.
Miss Friendship. Congeniality.
I was Miss Congeniality. Biggest achievement in my pageantry career.
Parang very ikaw naman kasi yun.
Oo. See, I mean, hello. Mukha pa bang
Hello, Queen of Small Talks.
Queen of Small Talk? Queen of ano pa ba? Grabe, pride and joy ko talaga yun. But anyway, what I learned when I joined the pageant was, I really loved speaking. Kasi nung nag-rehearse kami from Q&A, nagte-training kami for Q&A, my friend would tell me, Ayn, magaling ka pala magsalita. Tapos parang ako, what? What do you mean? Magaling ako?
This is just natural to me.
What? Hindi naman masyada. Pero, ayun, parang dun ko siya naisip na, oo nga no, I actually enjoy being on stage. I actually enjoy talking. So, sabi ko, nung nagkaroon ako ng opportunity to transfer, I was like, okay, maghanap na lang po ako ng bagong degree program sa humanities. So, ang kaso, wala ng communication arts, wala ng journalism kasi quota courses. And then, merong lucky na nangyari kasi English was just a new program and they had so many slots open. So basically, anyone who wanted to shift was accepted into English. And you know naman how that changed my life because now, you know, many years later, I teach English on TikTok, I'm a podcaster, I'm a writer, everything. So it made sense na buti ni-let go ko yung interior design.
Yeah, kasi minsan, di ba, yung mga pangarap, you also have to be logical about it. Kasi you don't want to drag yourself into things na parang, ay, dahil pangarap ko nung bata ako, kailangan ko tong tupadin. Kahit logically, hindi naman kaya. I think that's also where we draw the line. Katulad sa conversation natin kanina, na when do we stop? When do we know na tama na?
Yeah.
Ganon.
And ano rin parang hindi naman kasi talaga na ako masaya doon. Tinry ko na siya, na-experience ko na siya for a year, pero may opportunity to do something else. So why wouldn't I do something else? Lalo na alam ko naman na mas masaya ako doon. Mas enjoy ako, mas matalino ako doon. You know, I was able to perform at my best kasi I knew na it was a path that was aligned to what I wanted to do as well. So yun, I'm glad na hindi ko siya pinaglaban.
Yeah, tsaka it's also about playing with your strengths talaga. Kung saan ka pinaka, alam mo yun. Di naman porke hindi ka magaling mag-drawing ay bobo ka na. Ganon, di ba? So, you just really played with your strengths and look at where you are right now, madam.
Crazy.
Diba?
2 TED Talks this year. A chart-topping podcast. Who is she? Pero madam, anong pinaglaban mo? Anong dream ang pinaglaban mo?
Dream na pinaglaban will definitely be, to have a beautiful skincare brand. Kasi, yun nga, pinangarap ko talaga to na gusto ko ng skincare brand na yung tipong hindi lang ako maglalabas just because. Maglalabas ako dahil ginagamit ko lahat ng produkto, mahal ko lahat ng produkto. Kasi 'di ba, in entrepreneurship and in business, you can just churn out any product you like and then rake money from that. Pero rare sa mga businessmen yung put out ng product na mahal talaga nila. Na parang tinuturing nilang anak nila. Ganon yung Lana and Mink. Actually, lahat ng brands. Pero kung sa pangarap-wise, having a skincare brand talaga yung isa sa pangarap na pinaglaban ko talaga na I cannot let this go. Kasi diba nga, kinikwento ko, 2.5 years lugi yung Lana before. Grabe. Before nag-soar, before nakarating kung nasan man kami ngayon. So, nakakakilabot siya.
Lana was the backbone of every other brand you've made. Na nag-struggle ka ng malala sa Lana so that Mink can really rise from the launch pa lang.
Totoo. Ang dami ko talagang natutunan dun sa 2.5 years na yun na halos wala kaming kinikita. na nanginginig ako kapag 15th or 30th na kasi magpapasweldo na pero wala akong mapasweldo. Tipong partial ko lang babayaran yung Meralco at PLDT at yung ibang utilities para lang ma-full ko yung sweldo ng mga tao ko. Alam mo yun, parang it was a struggle na kapag tinitingnan ko if I look back now. Ang daming resilience, number one. Patience, grabe.
Yeah.
Sobrang mahirap siya, pero ang dami ko talagang napulot sa part ng buhay kong yun. Grabe talaga.
And now you hear how many brands later. Buti nilaban mo talaga, madam.
Oo talaga. Parang ayoko, yun yung time, yun yung masasabi ko na hindi talaga ako papayag na hindi to mag-work.
Yeah. Bawal hindi mag-work.
Totoo.
Yung sa
Ikaw
akin would be content creation. Kasi I really was on the verge of giving up. Kasi I've been doing this for quite some time. Tapos wala naman siyang balik sa akin. Especially for the first 5 years na I would get AdSense pay every couple of months. So, it wouldn't even be consistent. Siyempre, may trabaho din ako. I had my day job. So, hindi ko kayang every week meron akong upload. So, it was difficult. Tapos, another thing was, hindi naman ako parang, kasi at that time, remember madami yung mga lookbook. Parang it was all like the rise of the fashion influencers. And I wasn't really somebody who had a lot of clothes. So parang feeling ko, hindi ko alam kung paano ako mag-fit into this sphere.
Naaalala ko yung Tay-Tay Hall. Sa'yo ko yun unang nakita eh.
I'm the
Tapos
pioneer,
parang lahat biglang lahat parang biglang, oh, wow, gano'n. Sa'yo ko siya unang nakita. Plus, I remembered your, not a tutorial makeup. Not a makeup tutorial. Parang gano'n.
Not a tutorial, oo. Kasi, talaga, parang, to me, I was trying to fit into this space na hindi ko alam kung paano ako mag-fit. As in, I had so many people na I looked up to. Sila Jen M, sila Chris Uy. As in, parang, they were also fashionable, stylish, makeup ang ganda. So, parang ako, I thought I needed to be like them to be, a successful content creator. Pero the funny thing was, I actually blew up when I did my own thing. As in, I stopped trying to make makeup videos all the time. Na actually, I made more self-help and productivity videos than I did beauty. Tapos, even for my TikTok, before tinatry ko pa maging transitionist, hindi naman ako transitionist. So, I just started doing my own daily reminders. Tapos, I'm just so happy na hindi ko fully na-let go yung dream, na I was still open to it. Kasi literally, at the last moment, dun siya nag-blow up for me and dun siya naging career for me. Na parang, oh my gosh, pwede pala to. This was possible all along na kung tinigil ko siya and hindi na ako bumalik sa TikTok, nothing. As in, ang tagal ko hindi nag-upload. I think 6 to 8 months wala akong YouTube upload. Which is a long time for me. Na I've been uploading at least like once a month or multiple times a month actually for 5 years. Tapos biglang wala ako, diba? So, ayun. Buti nilaban ko siya.
Buti na lang talaga. Kasi ang dami mong natutulungan, ang dami mong nai-inspire. And can you imagine if hindi mo to pinaglaban? Tapos biglang nakuha ka sa Miss Universe.
Ibang-iba yung experience. Honestly, I feel like, it's not even luck. It's like, you prepare for something long enough para pag dumating yung opportunity, madali na for you.
Yeah, minsan talaga kasi, ang hirap, para siyang, it's a snowball effect na tipong kapag rumorolyo ka pa lang sa umpisa, maliit, pero biglang parang, with all these efforts and energies and showing up every single day, 1% progress, biglang, bam! Eto na lahat yung mga wants na pinapangarap mo lang.
Yeah.
Diba?
Sabi nga din sa Atomic Habits, a really good, what do you call this? Like a really good analogy would be freezing water, diba? Parang, for water to be frozen, it needs to be 0 degrees. Pero when the temperature drops, it's like, parang, okay, 36.
Kahit 1 degree,
35,
1 degree.
34, 30. Tapos parang, it's like liquid. And then all of a sudden, it hits 0 degrees. Boom, solid. Parang, that's how it is also with goals. You think walang nagbabago. You think walang nangyayari. But then you keep pushing hard enough, and then all of a sudden, you'll be like, oh, okay, now it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Now, ito pala yung tinatrabaho ko all of these years. Ay, so yes. How would you guys know? If you guys know, I guess, pahingi na rin ng advice for us. Like, if you're gonna share this, tell us, how would you differentiate fighting and letting go? At kailan nyo malalaman kung ano na yung dapat nyo gawin?
Truly. Ako, sasagutin ba natin to, madam?
Sige, sagutin natin. Pero mag-send pa rin sila ng answers nila.
Okay,
Strict teacher
yun.
yan.
So may workbook tayo. Yes, may worksheet tayo. Ako, I personally know when to keep fighting if my vision is solid.
Yes.
Kapag solid yung vision ko, kahit feeling ng iba imposible, kahit sometimes feeling ko imposible, if nakikita ko talaga yung sarili ko in the future na magiging ganito ako, na magiging entrepreneur ako. So no matter what, kahit dinadoubt ko yung sarili ko, kahit dinadoubt ako ng ibang tao, kahit sinasabi ng iba na hindi ako fit maging entrepreneur, if nakikita ko in the future, in my vision, na inspiring entrepreneur ako, yun yung fuel ko, kumbaga, to push harder. To push harder and push harder. Kapag kunwari may opportunities, grab. If may konting magsastumble ka saglit, okay lang kasi may pinanghahawakan ka na vision na inspiring, healthy and inspiring leader ako eh. So, no matter how noisy everyone gets, no matter how noisy the world gets, if your vision is solid, yun talaga yung magiging fuel mo sa lahat.
I definitely agree with the strong vision because I also knew that going into content creation na parang even though hindi siya nangyayari for 5 years, I still had an idea. As in, meron akong like very concrete strategy in my head na I know na if I do this, these steps, I'll get there. I just need to be more consistent. I just need to do this, that. Tapos talagang pinanghawakan ko siya. And even if I wavered dun sa last moment, nung nagkaroon ng opportunity mag-TikTok, sineryoso ko yung TikTok. So, I agree. A strong vision really goes a long way. But I guess to add to that, I also know na you need to keep fighting when hindi mo pa nagagawa lahat. Kasi if we're honest with ourselves, alam naman natin na kung may ibubuga ka pa or kung wala nang ibubuga, diba? So kung meron pa, then go and actually do it. Follow through.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. Kasi lalo kapag kunwari, kahit na lang sa workout kasi naalala ko lang. Kasi kanina nag-workout ako, hirap na hirap talaga ako. Tapos parang yung coach ko, parang sabi niya na, hindi ka pa mamamatay, go pa, ganon. So parang, dun alala ko tuloy dun sa sinabi mo na, if kaya mo pa, if you haven't done everything yet, if you haven't done your 100% yet, go for it. Tapusin mo yung reps.
Oh my gosh, ang hirap talaga. As in, lately, I've been feeling so off sa workouts ko, but
yeah,
I miss lifting heavy. Anyway, so when do we let go naman?
Ako naman, I let go if wala na akong peace of mind na with the things, yun nga, sabi ko, it can be noisy. And yun nga, if hindi ganun ka-strong yung vision ko, at napapagod na ako, not just physically, but also emotionally and mentally, na talagang nagde-depreciate na yung ko, yung mental health ko. I don't think it's worth it for me to still move forward with a goal. Like for example na lang, if I have a sales goal, if I have a sales goal na sobrang nakita ko naman yung sarili ko na, for example, nare-reach yung target na yun. But if, alam mo yun, parang hindi na, kunwari lang hindi mo na, at the cost of your employees, at the cost of yourself, na para lang ma-achieve mo yung goal na yun ang i-compromise mo. Syempre, hindi. Diba?
Yeah, true.
So, don't compromise other people. Don't compromise yourself para lang ma-achieve mo tong number of followers na to or sales goal na to. Ganyan. So,
I agree.
Ikaw, anong tip mo?
Ako same.
How do you know
I think
when you stop?
to be more specific, it's like, nako-compromise ba yung values ko, yung prinsipyo ko, and kung hindi na ako masaya. If hindi na ako masaya, and this is making my life worse, then why is this my dream? Yun talaga yung sinasabi ko pangarap ba talaga yan or pride? So,
or
when
ego.
it's just pride and ego, wag na lang. Like, it's okay to accept na you failed at something kung hindi ka naman masaya. Kasi what kind of success would that be if it means you're unhappy?
And you don't have peace of mind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, my friends, happiness and peace of mind.